Today, we're going to take a look at Google Bard and see how it compares with ChatGPT 4. So here I have access to Google's new AI chat replacement similar to ChatGPT, and we're going to see the difference. How powerful is it? Is it better? Is it worse? Let's find out. So first thing is, I believe that this should have accurate data. So what we go ahead and say, what is today's date? Go ahead and press enter, and this should give us today, March 28th in Washington, D.C. Okay, perfect. So now let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT, what is today's date? And let us see if it can give us a response. Okay, so it looks like it knows how to calculate the dates, which is good to go. So now let's start off with stuff that's more complicated. So okay, first off, let's go ahead and ask it to, let's create something simple such as give me a grocery list to buy to be healthier. So healthier. And let's go ahead and hit enter, and I'm going to paste this, and we'll paste this in here. And these will be the first and basic. And look at how Google Bard does their response. It just instantly pops everything up. And now we can see we have a good response, bad response, new response, and Google it. So let's actually see this list real quick. Got some fruits, typical healthy foods, and then explains us pretty much how to set it up. Now, compared to ChatGPT 4, the UI already, I like it significantly better. It's much easier to read, and it's essentially as if I were to make a grocery list, and it looks, yeah, personally I would choose GPT-4 over this one. So far, GPT-4 has 1 point on top of Google. Okay, so now let's think of stuff that is more complex. Let's see if it's an AI, it can do some complex problems. And for example, coding is a popular thing that a lot of these AI programs know how to do. So let's just see how good of a response it can do. So say, let's do this. Write code for, let's do a video game about, let's see. Just think of something basic, and let's just say running, and the main character can shoot enemies. So let's paste this in, hit play, go over here, and it looks like it's still continuing. Okay, so GPT-4 is giving us like a ridiculous response. So I'm actually gonna let it continue with its response because I want to see how crazy this can get. Because right now it's giving us outrageous. Look at this, even has beverages. So let's go back to Google Bard. Okay, so here, this is code, and I believe this is Python, not 100%, looks like. And let's see, this is sample code, new modifieds. And I can't read this or test this out, but let us see what ChatGPT 4 gives us. Okay, so far this is the total. Now let's see the comparison with GPT 4. So I've tried this out before with just general coding questions, and it's actually created code blocks and makes it easy for you to copy and paste stuff. So let us see if it can actually do this significantly better than Google Bard. So right now it's giving us, looks like Python. So I guess we're gonna have a similar code to the Google Bard response. This time it's actually giving us step-by-step instructions as well. Okay, looks much better, and already off the bat we can go ahead and copy this in and test it out if you do know coding. So if you don't, just looking at the overall, it's already significantly better UI, meaning interface is easier to copy this and even read it. So just readability in the response is already above. So far I think GPT-4 is still above, at least right now. So this one, I mean, it's basic, but it's definitely not there yet. Also, this is still brand new. So now let's come up with stuff that's more relatable to daily life. So let's say this, right? And let's think of something complicated that people do all the time, and they probably just don't want to deal with it. So let's think of something complicated such as contracts, right? A contract for someone who is doing work on a house, and basically, and let's do this, and the payment is, let's just put $1,000, and I'm just gonna keep it basic like this, and let's just see what it comes up with. So GPT-4 is still replying. So right off the bat, GPT-4 gives significantly more in-depth details. I think compare this with GPT 3.5, it'd probably be a similar length, but so far GPT-4 is just a much higher level, at least compared to the other AI prompt generation softwares right now. So I'm just gonna straight up stop this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna keep going. So now let's go ahead and see writing a contract. So let's see here. I am designed solely to process and generate text, so I'm unable to assist you with that. Okay, so first first issue, Google will not write a contract out for you. So let's see if GPT-4 can even reply to this. And currently it looks like it is not moving. So we will have to continue with another question. Now with Google Bard, again, I'm thinking this as if it's the early versions of ChatGPT. So at least right now we have infinite, looks like, ability to ask questions, with the current version GPT-4 not having that ability. So far Google does have that option. So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's do this since it is Google. So who is the richest man today? And let's press enter. So Google should know this answer, because if I were to ask this question, I would type it in on Google. And let's see here. Bernard Arnault, CEO of LVMH, Moët Hennessy, Louis Vuitton. Interesting. Okay, so I did not know that. I thought it was Jeff Bezos. But let's go ahead and click on Google it. And let's see here. It pops up this option I can click on right now. And look at this. Bernard Arnault, chairman of LVMH. And he's probably the richest man with 186 bill. So this is based off of March 2023. So let's go ahead and actually check out this article, see the actual information. And let's see, number one, Bernard. And where's the net worth? So 186 bill. Christian Dior. Wow. So this guy is the founder of a lot of the well-known designer companies. And I've seen this guy before. Then we have Elon Musk, 184 bill, and then Jeff Bezos. What is Jeff Bezos? I swear he had more. 116 bill. Interesting. So maybe Jeff Bezos I swear he has a higher number, but maybe I forgot. Okay, so now let's see if GPT-4 can do that. So check this out. So far, GPT-4, let's see, this document serve as legal preference. Okay, so basically it says here's a sample contract, but do note that this is not legal advice, and you should contact an attorney for actual guidance. Okay, makes sense. Now that's another one. I'll say, who is the richest person today? Let me make sure I type the exact thing. Who's the richest man today? Okay, my bad. Man, because I did not write exactly, so we'll make sure this is a consistent test. And as my last knowledge update in September 2021, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos were competing for the title of the world's richest person. Okay, so now we've found out the strengths of Google Bard and the weaknesses, comparing it with GPT-4. So this right now, it is still outdated information. It says only up to September 2021, and it's giving us Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, which I personally thought were as well, until I realized this is the updated version. So far, general thoughts. If you were to use Google Bard as of today, and if they don't make any updates by the time you watch this, then it's much better to get information that's more current, and typically factual stuff that you could search on Google and cross-check would make more sense. For these general complicated things such as like coding or legal stuff, or even like basics things, it's still not at that level like GPT-4 is. So GPT-4 wins in the sense of more complicated problems that you need a much better explanation for. However, Google Bard is more like a Google, but just easier to find information. So that is the general overview with Google Bard versus ChatGPT 4. Do share thoughts on the AI programs, which one you like better and why, and make sure you like and subscribe to see the latest AI news, and thank you for watching.